no, I'm the sexiest man alive. And I'm a narcissist. Hello and welcome to In Our Opinion.
Yes, with
With-
Paul and Bev.
There you go.
Yes, this is another edition of In Our Opinion with Paul and Bev.
Yes.
How are you, Paul?
Good. How about you?
Fabulous.
Good.
Fabulous.
Good. We're heading into the springtime.
Oh dear, yes we are. I'm
waiting for-
excited though.
I'm waiting for warmer weather.
You are?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't stand the snow. I cannot
No.
stand the snow.
I've had it this
Me
year.
too. Done.
And
Done
I
with
think
it.
most people that I've talked to have had it.
Uh-huh. But
They're
you know what? A
tired
lot
of
of people are like, well, you guys live in New England.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
I know.
It's expected to snow.
I know, but not this much.
Not this much.
Not this
well,
much.
for me, not this much, you know.
Too much
Too
this
much
year.
snow. Can't do it. Yeah. I think we should probably live in New England
Lot
half
of
the
shoveling.
year
Had
and
I
move
known-
down to
Yeah,
Florida
that-
for
there
the
you
other
go.
half. Yeah.
There you go.
Had you known.
That it was going to snow this much, we could have done a show on, how to save your back from hurting yourself shoveling.
Yes, because in case you guys don't know, this is Dr. Paul Musco, and he is what? He's a health guru.
chiropractor.
He's a
That's right.
chiropractor, but he is a health guru.
Right.
And I am Bev Knox. I'm the love and relationship guru,
There
all
you go.
right? And together, this is in our opinion with Paul and Bev, right?
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
What do we have today?
Okay, well, let's talk about our show topic today, okay?
Okay.
Paul and I do a series of shows in regards to health and love relationships. And this is a two-part show. The first part is about toxic relationships, okay?
right.
And the second part is about breaking up, how to get out of toxic relationships and what we feel you should do. And there's some time limitations also that I'm going to talk about. But that's our topic today, part 1 and part 2. But before we even get to our topic today, I've
What
got
are we doing?
Yes. You guys know, well, some of you know that I'm an author,
Right.
and I'm on my second book. And want to guess the title?
Well, let's get back up for 1 second. Your first book was
My
what?
first book was Unleashing the
diva.
well-balanced diva
Diva.
in you.
Okay.
It was all about looking fabulous and feeling fabulous because, studies out there show that when you look good, you feel good, okay?
Absolutely.
And then you attract a lot of positive energy to you when you're feeling good and you're happier and all that stuff, right? Well, the second book is about love relationships, and it's called To All the Men I've Loved Before. To all the men I've loved before. But don't let the title fool you because, when I say, ooh, that's the title of the second book, a lot of people ask, oh my gosh, are you going to talk about all the guys that, you've dated? The answer is no. The answer is no. It is a tell-all manual about love and relationships. But what I've been doing over the past 2 years is collecting stories from women about their love relationships. And you know what?
What?
I've got 10 chapters, but one of these chapters is my
yours.
story.
But wait, are you telling us which chapter
No, I'm
it
going to
is?
tell you in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, women have been sending me stories about their love relationships, but it's not enough. So I am still soliciting stories out there from you
Let me
women.
ask you a question. How do you you know these women that you're
No.
talking to? You just
No.
How do you get women to?
Because a lot of women, a lot of people, they know I'm a love guru and I
Right,
talk about this
right.
all the time through word of mouth.
But you
and
don't pick
also
up the
through,
phone and just dial and go,
No.
hi.
Check out the website at the corner of your screen. A lot of folks,
BevKnox.com.
BevKnox.com. A lot of folks just jump onto the website and they learn about, love and the different theories and stuff like that. And I have little advertisements all over. And one advertisement was like, if you'd like to be included in, Bev's second book, by all means, women, send your love stories in. So it's
Now, these women remain anonymous.
Oh yes, they remain anonymous unless they choose
Unless they
not
choose to have their name in
unless
there.
they choose to have their name on there. So I am soliciting more stories. So if you want to be part of this book, Women, it's a book about women's love stories. Please send me your love story. And some chapters that I have
Give us
so
a quick
far.
rundown of
Yeah,
the
I'll
chapter.
give you a rundown of the chapters. Why not? Chapter 1 is called The Childhood Mishap. And a lot of these stories, I pretty much, I see myself in some of my relationships in some of their stories.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be a pretty cool book. Chapter 2 is The Teacher. I guess this story was about someone teaching a woman about love. I don't, yeah.
All right.
Number 3, which I like, it's called The Cub.
The cub.
And that's a cougar style relationship, which I'm
cougar
all
and the
for.
cub.
The cougar and the cub. I'm all for, younger men, older women. I'm all for that. Chapter 4 is called The Lover. Yay. Yeah. Chapter 5 is my story. Chapter 5 is entitled The Sexiest Man Alive. Yes. And, I'm pretty sure probably a lot of guys that I've dated are hoping that it's about them.
I think they're in that chapter. Right.
But it's not. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
But that's my chapter. That's my story called The Sexiest Man Alive. And chapter 6 is The Bodybuilder. Chapter 7, The Narcissist. That's always a good one because I'm pretty sure that a lot of us know some narcissistic individuals out there that we perhaps have had relationships with. Not a good thing. Chapter 8, The Hood Rat. And that's a funny story. That is such a funny story. Chapter 9, The Psycho. And oh my gosh, haven't we all have had a psycho in our life, in our past lives, yes. And chapter 10, The Rebound. So I'm looking for about 5 more stories out there to include in this book. But at the end, and right now it's my chapter 11, but I'm hoping it to be my chapter 16, is where I do a clinical analysis on the theories of love and all these relationships.
Oh.
Okay? So it's not
Interesting.
just a book about women's stories.
Now, you talked to all these women.
Of course.
You talked to them. They gave you the story.
They gave me the scoop. Well, they sent me their stories first, and then they
Right.
gave me the scoop on it, and, we chatted, and then I have to give my input. You
Right.
know what I mean? I have to give my input. So that's the new book, and hopefully I should have enough stories where it's out in bookstores by the end of the year.
Oh,
Yay!
okay. So we'll keep you updated
We'll
on
keep
that.
you updated, yes.
Absolutely.
So anyway, again,
We'll update you on the book as it goes
And you know
along.
what? Maybe the next book after this, I will have a book of men's stories about women and, and analyze
be a
their
good idea.
relationships. But right now it's women's stories, okay? Yay!
I like the men idea.
You like the men idea? Yeah?
Because a lot of those chapters there could be the same, too.
Well, yeah, the chapter titles could very well
Right.
be the same.
The
and
Lover.
The Lover, yeah.
The Teacher.
But instead of the sexiest man alive, I would have to be the
Well, of
sexiest
course.
one. Let me tell you guys, too, and then we have to move on to our topic. But the song that I chose for this book, because, you have to correlate it with some type of song out there. It's Willie Nelson's song. You know the song?
Oh, yeah.
To all the girls I've loved
Right.
before.
Willie
It's
and,
and who?
well, he sang that with Julio Iglesias.
Oh, yeah, Julio.
Julio.
Julio. But yeah, that's the theme song for the book, except we substitute to all the men we've loved before.
Oh, that's good. Now, did you get someone to sing it?
No. But on the site, I actually have the wording of the song where I substituted, women
We are going to have to find
for men in
a
front
female
of
vocalist
to
sing
sing
that.
that.
for us.
Yes.
We'll get the music.
So if you're a gal out there who've got a talented, who have
You'd like to come
talented
on and
vocal
sing it,
ability.
we'll get the background music for you.
Yeah, we'll get the background music.
We'll hook
but
it up here and you can
just
come
give
on and
us
sing.
give us a call and you could, come sing the song.
Yeah.
All righty.
Be interesting.
Be very interesting, yes. So anyway,
All right.
our
First part.
first
Toxic
part, toxic relationships. And towards the end of the show too, I'm gonna have some emails that were sent to me because I have an advice column also
Whoa.
in regards to love
We
and
are really
relationships.
expanding here, aren't we?
We are. So from now on, towards the end of every show, you do your FYI, segment, and I'll do an email that I got from a viewer, from somebody in regards to relationships. So,
Sounds good.
yeah,
All right.
toxic relationships. What is it?
What is it?
That's the first thing. What is it?
All right.
And when we talk about toxic relationships, we could be talking about a relationship between, you and a parent or your parents, siblings, children, friends, what have you. But for this particular show, we're not talking about these type of relationships. We're talking about love. Love relationships. That's right. So again, toxic love can be called, an unhealthy relationship, and we've been using that term unhealthy a lot lately. Unhealthy relationship, toxic relationships, and so forth. Okay?
Now, toxic relationships are relationships that are not good for you.
Not good for you.
Not
They
good
are
for you.
bad for you. They are bad. And again, we are talking about toxic, unhealthy love
relationships.
relationships. Yeah. So you want
I
to.
mean, you can have toxic family relationships.
You can.
Certainly.
You can. I'm pretty
You
sure
know.
a lot of folks, do have,
Right.
family members that sicken them, that make them. That's just
Well,
not
sure.
a healthy
And there are
situation
other,
or
there are
environment.
problems in the family, abusive parents,
Yeah.
alcoholic parents.
Right.
So there are toxic family relationships.
Yes, but we're talking about what?
Love.
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 In between you and your significant other or what have you. So, all right.
All right.
Okay, so you want to start off?
Where are we going to go? Right
gonna
here?
start right here,
Toxic
yeah.
love is
Sure,
a sickness
sure.
in the hearts of the participants. It is a union of unhealthy and needy individuals.
Okay.
It is a parasite.
Yes, it is.
parasite
You guys
of
know what a
the human
parasite is,
spirit.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's sucking on your,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
sucking on your energy.
It's not a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, and
it's a parasitic
when we say
relationship.
parasitic, as far as
Oh, yeah.
sucking energy, we
Oh,
don't
yeah.
mean the pleasurable kind.
Yeah.
we mean the kind where that person is just sucking your every
Right.
all your positive energy, just taking it away.
It uses another person's weakened spirit in
Oh,
order
yeah.
to survive.
Yeah.
So you're taking advantage of someone.
Exactly.
all right?
Basically.
And we're not talking about males doing this to females. We're talking about
Yeah,
both ways.
both ways.
This is just not, toxic relationships
Right.
where the male is, abusive
Taking
verbally,
advantage.
physically, or whatever.
Right.
Or that's a two-way street.
Right. And Paul and I have talked about, abuse in relationships on this show before.
Right.
But, when we're talking about ending an unhealthy relationship, we're not necessarily, talking to the folks who are severely abused, beaten by their spouses
Right.
or significant others. So that's a whole nother category because we talked
Yeah.
about that. I'm like, you need to get out right now. You need to run.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, this is a little bit more milder, I think.
Right.
Okay.
This is more an emotional toxicity
Yeah, exactly.
more than a physical.
Right. So anyway, in these relationships, each partner's central role is either the parasite or the victim. So each person plays a part of this unhealthy union. One's the dominant one, and one's the submissive. Okay. Anyway, any relationship, and we're gonna say this up front, any relationship that makes you feel bad, if you're involved with somebody up there and you're feeling uncertain or bad, or or they're making you feel like you're not good enough,
Right.
that's a toxic relationship. That's a bad relationship that you probably need to seek help or you probably need to get out of it. Okay? All right. How do you recognize if you are involved in a toxic relationship? That's
Okay.
the key. Like right now, you guys are out there watching us, and and you probably got you a little shorty on the side. All right, you're involved in a relationship, and you're afraid to leave that person because you're saying to yourself, what?
Well, I think a lot of people are afraid to get out of relationships because they don't know if they can survive on their own, or they've
Yeah.
been, berated and belittled so much that they don't have the confidence to get
That's
back out
right.
on their own.
That's right. Exactly. And they're feeling that, you know what? It's better to have somebody,
Right.
and it's better to be
Than
in a
to be
relationship.
alone.
Exactly. It's better to have a bad relationship than no relationship at all.
Not true.
Not true.
Not
Paul
true.
and I are here to tell you that is not
No.
true. Okay? Not true.
No.
All right?
I mean, you may be alone for a while. You get out of a relationship. Certainly, you're not going to go from one relationship to another, although you may.
Although you may.
You may,
And in
that
the second part of this show, when we're talking about breaking up, we're going to address that,
Right.
where you do need to set some time aside for regrouping before you recouple with with somebody. So we will address this particular issue second half of the show.
And
okay?
sometimes that's better to take some time,
Yeah.
be
It
by
is.
yourself
It is.
for a little while.
Because you have to work on yourself.
Right.
Yes, you have to
Right.
work on yourself and
Get
your habits.
your confidence back.
Yeah.
And then
Emotional
go back out.
stability.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
And then you can get back out in